Welcome to an updates and features video for Western Information Management's connector for Outlook. I'm Troy Sawyer, and with the release of our version 5.2, I'd like to demonstrate some of those new improvements. There will be three main new features I'd like to highlight here, including our inline previewing emails directly within the Outlook interface from our Documentum repository, electronic document filing through the Outlook, as well as finally our great improvements to map folder performance. This video is intended for both existing users as well as potential new ones. As we continue to add new features and make improvements, it's always great to show how we continue to develop and support our clients. So the first thing I'd like to demonstrate is our inline previewing of email messages. Previous to 5.2, we've always had the support to open documents and email messages from the repository directly by the double-click action. But because Outlook is our default interface for email messages, we now have the support to view email messages right in Outlook in our preview pane without having to open separately. This allows us to use the email, deal with the attachments forward, just like we would any other email from our inbox. Second major improvement is actually around electronic documents in general. Outlook Connector has been great in dealing with email messages, but now electronic documents can be filed within the Outlook interface directly through the connector. First way, previous to 5.2, we had the support to file attachments separately through the context menu. In 5.2, now what we have is the ability to drag and drop email attachments directly into the repository. Previous to 5.2, this wasn't supported. Secondly, through the Windows interface, we say we have a document within our Windows directory. We can now simply drag and drop directly from Windows into the Outlook connector to file documents that way. So we can see it's been added. And then the third way to deal with our electronic documents is Outlook folders can hold our electronic documents. So by dragging and dropping an electronic document into Outlook, files it into a folder, but we can now drag and drop these directly as well. So three new major ways to file our electronic documents directly through the Outlook connector to our Documentum repository. This leads to the great new improvements around our folder mapping. So here I have a test folder with our one document, and I'll add this to our folder mapping if we drag and drop. So now we have a map folder here. As we bring on new clients and new users to the Outlook connector or even just Documentum, generally they have large amounts of existing emails from years past. And we found recently that the previous to 5.2, the performance and the metrics around filing from map folders wasn't sufficient enough to deal with those large volumes of emails that people currently already have. So with the new improvements, the transfer rates and the polling to the system has been optimized to be able to handle large data sets. So if I go into map folding, adding a map folder from a larger set here, we have about 500 messages. These are documents, messages, email messages. If we can go through some of these, some sample documents. Most of these are large ones with attachments. So we'll actually add this to mapping as well, and we'll let this go as we wrap up our video. So we'll let that transfer. So again, just to highlight some of those three new features from 5.2, we have the inline previewing of documents or email messages directly from our Documentum repository. We now have the ability to handle electronic documents through the Outlook interface, through the connector into our Documentum repository, and then the great improvements through backfiling and help them deal with bringing on new users, mapping their current folders to get that email ingested into our Documentum system. So welcome to 5.2. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at office@westernim.com or visit our website at westernim.com. And at any time, feel free to reach out to me personally at troysawyer.westernim.com. Thanks, and happy filing.